Star Close-Up. She's reinvented herself as a true artist. She's even using a different name. It is Yen of the Wonder Girls as TFELT, and she's in the studio. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. Hi, this is TFELT, as known as Yen. Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yay.
So, you have reinvented yourself, really changed a lot of your image this time around. I feel that, yes, because you were in a team and we've seen a lot of brighter, more feminine type of images from you in the past. It is a little bit different this time around, that you've really just, literally taken the shoes off. And you're just all over. So, when did you start preparing as a solo artist?
Well, it's been like a year.
Okay.
I started writing for my my album since 2013.
Okay.
It's been a year, and then I've written more than 20 songs, and then I cut off some of them, and then now finally I'm out.
Okay, so that was the album. So about a year of writing more than 20 songs, and as the time was getting closer, and the company was just like, okay, let's start putting the album together. How did you go about by choosing the songs? So what was your main focus as you were kind of letting some of the songs go?
Okay, well, when I first started writing, I was really confused because, I was in a dance group, and then, Wonder Girls, we always do, kind of pop dance music, very candy pop, chica pop kind of type. It's very, positive, bright, and everything. But the songs that I write, it was just so different. So I just tried to, I don't know, combine, or, I had time really confused, but then finally this year, April, I went to New York, and then I wrote 5 more songs, and then I thought this is it, now I'm ready to release them, and then so 2 more, and then so there are 7 songs now, and then that's when I feel yeah, this is it.
This was it. Okay, so out of all the songs that you've been writing, the more recent ones that you wrote were just kind of okay, I'm ready to show my side as well. Well, I mean, and I think that a lot of the listeners, I'm not sure if they're, used to knowing this or not, but with the Korean music system, companies do make an image to a certain extent. So obviously, as you're getting older and now you're coming out as a solo artist, to show your opinion, to be I want to do this kind of music, how much was it of your opinion that went into the concept, the choreography, and then the album itself?
I would say 99%.
Ooh.
Probably. I mean, it was really hard because at first they didn't really
understand.
Yeah. And then it was too different from Wonder Girls. So they were kind of worried. They loved my music. They thought it's really great. But then, it might be little awkward for people to see me in different side. So that's why I had to choose my new name, TFELT. That's my that's been my songwriter name. I've been using it for 3 years, and then I thought because I wrote all the songs, and then I produced everything, so I thought maybe I should just put my writing name out.
Okay, so they did explain it in a lot of the releases for your PR and everything, but how did you come up with the name TFELT?
Oh, it's the word heartfelt, right? And then I really just started writing in 2011.
Okay.
And then around the time, I kind of feel I need a songwriter name, producer name. And then I was looking for, some words and everything. And then heartfelt, that word really just hit
clicked,
me.
Yeah.
I just loved the word. And then I told JY, our producer, that I want to use this name for my songwriter name. And then he said, it's good, but it's not special.
It's not unique.
It's just, word which is already there. So maybe you should trick it a little.
Okay.
And then I was thinking, and then I found that, in British, they say it's hot felt, hot
As in, yeah.
So I thought maybe I could use like, like both meaning together. So I made it with the colon kind of like pronunciation words.
Okay. All right. No, it's so it is so unique that I feel that actually, and a lot of our listeners who've been sending in questions, that's one of the main questions is how did you come up with such a name? Because in Korea, when they think of, producers making up names, they think of another stage name, I guess you would say, not like TFELT, where it has a deep meaning to it. It's kind of like, DJ something, or like, they'll make up another name for themselves. But this, you could actually think that you could put it to a team, a girl group or boy band, and it can actually, mean something. So that's why a lot of our listeners were very curious. So as this this creative process started. So you started writing in 2011. You started showing your producers, I'm doing music like this and like this and like that. I know that it's become a lot more laid back these days, but it's not easy for even a female girl group artist to start writing her own music and to get her opinion across in the company. So what was it like when, like JYP and other people started listening to your music and you're like, I like this song. I want to put this in the album. What was their reaction when you started becoming a little bit more strong-headed?
I mean, they were confused. They were like, I don't know, Yenny. And then I had to be like every one of them, like separately, like person to person. And then I had to just like explain how I wrote this song, how I felt about it. And then, they started kind of like liking it.
Okay. And so it wasn't positive at first. It was kind of like, what is wrong with her?
And then after like several days, they started really liking it. And then they were like, yeah, it's better when I listen to it more and more.
Okay. Okay. Now, writing music is not an easy thing to do. So what kind of inspired you to start writing in 2011? Was it, hardships? Did it start off as just diary entries, or do you have a system in your computer, or do you play instruments to make your songs? How do you produce?
Okay. I think it all started when I went to New York.
Okay.
I think New York is just such an inspiration for me. And then, I just loved like my life there. Okay. I don't know. It was just so free. And then I just got to like, experience everything. And then I started really like just sitting on the piano and then, like just melodies and lyrics are just like coming up to me. Okay. And then I would just write down them and then like chords. And then I use like the sequence program. And then so I would just like do like bits and like piano and just basic stuff. Okay. And then I'll work with my another producer, and then make an actual song with it. Okay. Well, because I've been doing a lot of interviews with producers, but everybody has a different producing style. Yeah. Some people just like to rely on the program itself. Some people are actually musically talented to where they play instruments and then they record it. Some people don't play any instruments, but they can sing it, or they'll think of a melody line, or if they're a rapper, they'll write the music first. So it's very curious as to, because nowadays it's not as uncommon, but your entire team and you yourself have broken a lot of stereotypes of girl groups. The stereotype for girl groups is, you do a girl group, you either go into acting, or you get married, or you settle down. There was like that stereotypical way of living, or had to kind of ease your way out of the K-pop world. But you guys, and overall, I think all your members have been doing something very different, and you yourself to start, writing music and to show such a different side of yourself. I feel that it's something that a lot of people look up to nowadays, even more so. So obviously New York is your huge inspiration. Yes. Musically though, where do you think that you're getting a lot of your inspiration from? Because like you even said, you were such a very bubblegum, candy-coated pop idol. You guys even portrayed that when you went to the U.S. So where do you feel, artist-wise, you get your inspiration from? I think just generally it's going to be like life itself. Like it could be love, friends, and, hardships. Like all my like stories that I've been in. And I just love music so much. Okay. Like when I listen to the music, it inspires me. And then when I watch the movies, it inspires me. Like, some of the songs are actually inspired by the movies.
Oh.
Like my first track, it's called Iron Girl.
Okay.
I watched Iron Man 3 and then I wrote this song. So, I mean, I know this is like superhero movie. You like watch it for fun, but I was just so like touched. Because, you know, like it's like the main theme about the movie is like, who is the Iron Man? You know, is it the suit or is it the Tony Stark itself? And then, like, watching it, I just feel like, yeah, I'm making music. So,
obviously, you know.
obviously I'm making music, and then I should be, you know, like, more like, 자신감.
Okay, confident.
Yeah, confidence. And then, I don't know, that inspired me a lot.
Wow. Well, I mean, it's great to know that you're inspired by such subtle things because mostly when people think like, you know, either it's a love song or whatever it may be, it has to be about your personal experience or it has to be your breakup or it has to be, you know, that love that you had or that bond. But for you to be, you know, you're an artist, you're inspired by anything, any movie, any conversation that you have. It doesn't necessarily have to be your personal experience.
Yeah. I mean, like, because this is my first album, so it's basically very much about, like, myself.
Okay.
But I also, like, kind of want to, like, listen to a lot of people's stories, and then I want to make their stories to music.
Okay.
So, like, on my 7th track, the song is called Town.
Okay.
And then this song is for one of my fans.
Oh.
Yeah, and then it's just all about him and then all about like his story. So
wow.
Yeah.
She's very inspired by the things around her. Well, your lead single is Ain't Nobody, and I saw your past week's performances. I bet you're super tired since you had to go through the whole rounds of all the music programs. The choreography is very lyrical inspired. No shoes. And you're literally all over the place, but very, I would have to say very well compact musically. So the song is very solid. The performance is very free. So what kind of story were you trying to portray during the song, the choreography, and everything else? So what kind of brought the whole thing together?
Well, the song itself, it's very like, it's a very sad song. And then also it has a lot of like different emotions. Like it's sad and also like desperated and also like anger in it. So it was very all mixed. And then I just couldn't find like any other like dance form to like express them all.
Okay.
Like, you know, when you think about like hip hop, it's very like anger and very like powerful, but it doesn't have like softness, you know? And then also like when I think about like other like dance forms, it doesn't like have all that different emotions. I think the contemporary dance will definitely have like the whole whole range of it. So that's how I picked contemporary dance. And then I actually had to like, you know, like make the choreography with the choreographer like whole time. So that
to try and bring out the song, the emotion that you wanted.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
That was really tough, but it was fun.
Okay. All right. Well, the reason why we're talking about the song so much is actually we're going to get a chance to hear you live.
Yeah.
I'll let you get ready because you're going to, you know, move to your next mic and everything. But as you get ready, I just want to remind our listeners that we have Yeon, also known as Yenny. Our message board is going crazy. It's like, Yenny. She's recreated herself as TFELT, and we're going to get a chance to see her sing live, her live performance of her recent single, Ain't Nobody.
알아 세상엔 참 예쁜 여자들이 많아 And how much I try 아무리 노력해도 안 되는 게 있지 알아 넌 그저 호기심이 많아 Like butterfly 화려한 색감에 이끌리고 말아 But you gotta know 그 누구도 너처럼 널 사랑하진 못해 그 누구도 나만큼 널 이해하진 못해 Ain't nobody, nobody, nobody gonna 아무도 내게 사랑을 알려주지 않았지 And how to love a girl 넌 모든 건 게임이라 여겼어 젊음이란 무기와 경험이란 변명 속 새로운 설렘을 찾아 어둠 속을 헤매다 그리고 넌 잠시 날 지웠겠지 짜릿한 전율이 널 감쌌겠지 But you gotta know 그 누구도 나처럼 널 사랑하지 못해 그 누구도 나만큼 널 이해하지 못해 Ain't nobody gonna love you like I do I do Tell me who's the winner now 울고 있는 너 울고 있는 나 남겨진 건 고통뿐인데 Tell me what we gonna do 모든 게 무너져 버린 지금도 널 사랑하는데 But you gotta know 누구도 나처럼 널 사랑하지 못해 누구도 나만큼 널 이해하지 못해 Nobody love you like I do love you like I do Ain't nobody.
Bravo!
Yay!
Yeah! All right, that was Ian in the studio with us, and she just sang her recent single as TFELT, and that was Ain't Nobody.
Yeah.
Now, that actually kind of scared me because she knew like right when to go in. I was like, whoa.
Right?
Because normally, even though you write your own song, if you don't have an intro, it's really hard to jump straight into a song like that.
Yeah, I mean, the song actually doesn't have an intro.
No, exactly.
It just started with my voice, and then I had to like put a little like ding in front of it.
So only that she can hear.
Yeah, I was like...
She's the only one that can hear that. Because I was like, whoa, how did she jump in so fast? All right, so now I love the fact that you're showing such a different side to yourself, and you've really thought a lot about what you wanted to do as a solo artist.
Thank you.
I've been a huge fan of you and your team since you first debuted, and I do want to talk a little bit about the States, because I know that there are a lot of different interviews that you guys have done about your experiences in the States. We all know that it was a really, really hard time in the States. But I do want to kind of see, now that a few years have passed, your English is actually a lot better kept up, because I know that you probably haven't used it in a while.
Yeah, I mean, I went to New York because of the album. I had to do like photo shoot and like music video in New York, so I had to speak a lot of English there.
So it did kind of help. Well,
yes.
Okay. No, because even me, I mean, my first language is English. If I don't speak English for a few years, I'm just like, but you've been, your experience there, now that you look at it, you're a little bit older now.
Yes.
And now you're a solo artist, and you've been doing different things. Your whole experience in the States, and if you look back now, what do you feel now? Has it changed? Do you feel that it was a growing experience? Are you still kind of, it was still very tiring though, like what is your opinion now? Is it still the same as a few years ago, or?
Yeah, I mean, I just love the fact that I was there. Okay. And then I did I performed there, and then I had tour there. Everything, it's just like so beautiful. And then I learned so much, performing in the States, and it was just such a lovely memory for me.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, with that memory, I think I'm here now. So
So it was a growing process for you overall. And as you have been a team, you've been, traveling around the world.
Yes.
So now that you're back as a solo artist, where are some of the places that you really want to go back to as a solo performance and, show your stages to? Like just a few countries off the top of your head.
Well, I mean, like, it's been my like forever dream to perform at Madison Square Garden.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that would be like, yay, I have to go. And then LA, Staples Center.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just dreaming big, I know. And then, Dallas. House of Blues.
Oh. Yeah. And though, with the where you guys have come up until now and the dream that you're living now, too, I'd have to say that if a girl group not even just in your company, but in any other company now, tried to do what you're doing now a few years ago, that would have been impossible. But I feel that, K-pop has evolved and we're seeing a lot more performances in those areas from K-pop artists. So you're not dreaming big. You're dreaming just in the right space because I think it's totally doable. So we're going to talk a little bit more about the album as well. You're saying that you went all to New York and, you did the shoot there and the video there as well. So concept-wise, I mean, you said that you're about 99.9% was your idea. So, like location and everything, the concept, it was very different. And how did you come up with that? Did it like out of the song? Did all of that be born, or was it more so you already had that in mind before you went into the studio?
The song, like when I wrote the song, I didn't have any idea, and then I, like after I like finished the song, I just had like my friends to listen, and then one of my friends told me like it would be really great to do like like contemporary dance and everything, and then I just really want the song to be like realistic, not like very like shiny and glossy way and very like stage like. I really wanted to bring to like reality, like our life. And then I had a friend in New York who was before in our company as a video team.
Oh, okay.
And he was doing like all the like indie movies and like music videos and stuff. And then I loved his work. So I showed his work to our company, and then they said, wow, it's very different and it's really cool. That's how we went to New York and shoot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So having, all these ideas and for you to think of something and to, have friends in good places.
Yes.
Brought a very different side to you. What was the reaction when you first started, getting everything together and you're showing your final product to not just a company, but, your friends or acquaintances or family members? What was their attitude towards the new you?
They were very supportive.
Okay.
Yeah. And then they loved my music. And then they would choose like their favorites. And they would give me like ideas like this song, it would be better if you did this and that. And like all the ideas.
Okay.
So like even like our members, they were very supportive. Like Yubin went to New York with me together. And then she shoot documentary, like all the making film, and then she's like now editing it.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's gonna be released soon, and I'm very excited for it. And then also like Hedim, she did the featuring for the first song.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then the lyrics are so beautiful. Like I feel like really just like crying when I listen to her lyrics. It's just so like heart, like full of heart. And also, Sunmi, she introduced a photographer.
Ooh.
And then, yeah, she is the one who did all my photos.
Wow. So pretty much you've got just everybody to kind of, not intentionally, but just everybody helped with the album. Wow. Now, I know that you were doing an interview and you were talking about your individual members, and you just said that Yubin was really interested in, producing and, doing a lot of editing and whatnot. For you personally, because now that you're doing everything already, is there anything that you want to maybe challenge yourself with? Because you're already writing music and you're already very hands-on this time around with your choreography and everything. So other than that, hobby-wise, is there something that's kind of popping up these days that you're like, I think I'm really good at this.
I really like writing fictions.
Ooh.
Like novels.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of my hobby. I love it.
Wow.
It's fun.
Writing is not an easy thing to do, but to write fiction books, wow, that is actually very good. In English or in Korean, or both?
Korean, yes.
Oh, okay. Korean's still a little bit more comfortable on writing. Now, obviously, when the Wonder Girls was in the States, they always were able to boast about how much more effort you made into learning the English language. For you, what was it like for you to learn English? Was it something that you just felt was entertaining and that's why you just wanted to perfect the language a little bit more? Or was it just natural to you?
I just love like learning different languages.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I just love like even, like saturi.
The dialect.
Yeah,
the
dialect?
different. Yeah.
I just kind of like to like
Pick it up.
Yeah. It's just so fun. Like the accent and just like the rhythm maybe and then the sound.
Okay.
I don't know. I just love learning all different languages like Chinese or Japanese, whatever.
Wow. No, because I keep forgetting that you're originally a Korean speaker. You sound like a Korean American, so I keep forgetting. But you were talking about this song earlier, and I was looking at your SNS, and you even have a picture of you in Iron Man suit.
Yes.
It is so cute. So you were talking about Iron Girl earlier, and you were saying that you're inspired. Other than Iron Girl, is there any other song that you've written recently, or maybe even on this album, or maybe out of the 20-some songs that you've written in the past, that were inspired by a film that you remember off the top of your head?
Film. There's another song called Bond.
Okay.
Inspired by, like
James Bond.
Yeah, James Bond.
Wow.
And then also another song is called Peter Pan. It's more like animation kind of inspired.
I saw that picture on your SNS as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are inspired by film a lot.
Yes, I
overall. Okay. Well, for our listeners, continue to send in any more questions that you have for this beautiful lady that we have in the studio. We have TFELT, also known as Yen, in the studio with us. She's really recreated herself as an artist, and we are going to take a listen to Iron Girl, which she got her inspiration from Iron Man 3. So if you guys haven't seen the film, you might want to watch the film because it might actually help you with the song. But we're going to take a listen to Iron Girl, and we'll see with her more in the studio after this. That I'm probably not even going to get halfway through, so you can take these home and read them in the car. Since we have a lot of I love you messages too.
Yay.
The first one though, Hyland is one of our loyal listeners. He really, really loves music, and he wants you to kind of elaborate on the style that you are pursuing as a artist, because it is kind of rocky. It's not pop at all, but it is kind of jazzy, very minor. It has a lot of different genres in there, so you can't really put your finger on it. So for you as the writer, well, if you can even make up a word if you want to. What kind of genre do you want to put yourself under?
Oh, genre is hard.
See?
It's really hard. I mean, I love all kind of genres. I grew up listening to like R&B and soul music. And like, like Aretha Franklin and Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston. Like vocally, I love like soul music, like very like black music.
Okay.
I'll say. And then after I went to New York, I kind of started listening to like rock music.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I think it's just maybe the vibe and also like maybe my feeling.
Okay.
I just love like lyric wise. I love rock.
Okay.
It's very like simple and it has a lot of meaning into it.
Okay.
So like when I listen to it again and again, I kind of like find like new meanings, and then I kind of love that. So genres is really hard. I'll say like overly deep soul.
Deep soul.
Yeah.
There you go. Hyland, deep soul is what she's saying her genre is, which is hard because what I'm glad that you've done is you're not trying to bottle yourself up into one particular thing. So as TFELT, as you're not saying, okay, my album is going to be R&B, it's going to be jazz, it's going to be this, it's going to be dubstep, it's going to be whatever. You're like, it's whatever It's just me.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. Which I'm glad that somebody did this in the business because it's not easy to do in Korea.
I know.
It's not, even in the States, it's not easy to do, but it's even harder to do in Korea because of the ideal of what idol concepts they like. And so I'm glad that somebody was able to give you the chance to do this type of music. So
thank you.
Who, for whatever reason, your CEO said, okay, thank you to your CEO.
Thank you.
So Tracy from Canada is saying, any solo concert in the near future?
I mean, I would love to. I mean, I just love being on stage. I love performing. Well, up until now, we don't have like specific plans yet, but I think definitely I want to have, concerts.
Okay. So most definitely. Nothing is in black and white yet, Tracy, but she would love to if she has the experience or the time to, or just even anybody calling her to do a concert. She'd love to go. So Sean was actually asking this. So if you were to go on tour, you said some of the places that you'd like to perform, but so let's say your company said towards the end of this year, TFELT is going on a world tour. Where would you want to be your first stop?
First stop? I think that should be Seoul, I think.
Okay, Seoul? Sounds good. All right, Rachel. This is actually a really cute question from Singapore. What part of your body do you think is the most attractive?
Oh, wow.
It's the hardest to answer, but I think it is a very cute question.
Okay, I kind of really like my forehead.
Ooh.
I think it's really pretty.
It is.
Yeah, but then some people say it's too broad.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I just like it.
Okay, so she likes her forehead, which is a good thing. Let's see here. We have a silly question from Rita from Lebanon. What's your favorite Korean dish and non-Korean dish? So food-wise.
Oh, dish. Okay. Korean dish. These days I love samgyetang a lot.
Oh,
I've been eating it a lot.
Because you're so tired.
Yeah. It just gives me so much energy.
Okay.
And I feel very full.
Okay.
So I love samgyetang, Korean dish, and not Korean dish. I would say, I just love everything. Like Thai food. Yeah.
Thai food. So, because actually I've never been to New York, but when you're in New York, and I've heard this from a lot of people, that the food there is amazing. So your favorite dish, you don't have to say the restaurant, just one of your favorite dishes that you just have to eat as soon as you get off the airport and you're in New York, you're like, okay, I need to have this. What would it be?
Well, I love Guy and Gellert. it's like a not grocery shop, it's like a deli.
Okay.
In New York. It's like everywhere in New York. And then they have like great like yogurt and granola. Ooh. So I would always have to just have like one granola with yogurt.
Ah, all right. So for anybody who's from that region, Yenny just gave you a really cool update of where she likes to go. Who would you like to collaborate the most musically? Doesn't have to be a Korean artist. It can be anybody. And you can think big.
Okay. Frank Ocean.
Ooh.
Yeah. I love his music.
Ooh, okay. What about Korean artist? Who would you like to collaborate with? It can be like a veteran singer too.
Well, who would that be? Korean artist. I would say Swings.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
He's fun.
Yeah, he is. I've been loving the show that he's been on these days. Show Me the Money.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's just a hilarious show. Jaswinder from the Philippines is asking, on an average, how long does it take for you to write or finish a song? So once you start writing, how long does it take for you to finish one song to where you're like, okay, I think I can, stop?
It's really, it just depends on the song, really. Like,
so shortest song that you've ever worked on?
That would be like 2 hours. It's gonna be done.
Longest?
Yeah. Longest would be like a year.
Wow.
I couldn't finish the lyrics, and then I would just like put it in my...
Oh, okay. Now you're making music that I feel, yes, it is for you, but I think that a lot of other artists in Korea could really show their musical talent through your songs as well. So is there any artist that you would love to give your songs to?
15 and in our company. I love their voices. It's just so beautiful and powerful. And I actually wrote one song for them, and then it got kicked. I was so like,
oh my goodness,
right? I just love the song. I think like one day they will perform the song.
Okay, so you are going to give it to them whether they like it or not.
Yeah.
Whether your company likes it or not. That's the one that 15.
I mean, they love them, but the company didn't.
So like, well, it can't release it as a single yet, but of course. You guys are also performing not so long ago. I got a chance to see the rerun of it yesterday of your collaboration while you guys were doing a sing-off with K-Will and everyone.
Singer game,
Yeah, I loved your rendition as you were singing. I love the performance. All right, now, I know this is going to be super hard. Okay. Zora from the USA had a really, really, really hard question.
Okay.
Choose your favorite song off the album.
Oh my God.
See? It's the hardest question. It's like, it's not even the song that you were given. It's like, if somebody gave you a song, it's easier to choose. But you wrote all the songs.
Yeah.
So, not just because it's the lead single, but what song would have to be kind of just a little bit more on top of the number one out of all of them?
That's like the hardest question ever because like I listen to my music, I listen to my album like all the time, and then I don't skip one song. It's just like I get so excited, like next song. I'm so excited. But if I have to choose, I would say it's gonna be my 7th track, Town, because it's for my fan, and I feel like I did a great job like writing the song, and then I just feel like I did the right thing.
Okay.
And then that's gonna be my favorite.
Okay. Now, normally when artists put an entire album together, especially when they write a lot of their own lyrics, they try to put a story together. But I feel that, and as I was listening to all of your songs, instead of putting into one particular story, it was just kind of like opening up a dictionary of you. So what kind of because you have to also choose the arrangement. So what song goes first, second, third. So how did you choose that? Was there a certain storytelling that you wanted to do? Was it by feel of song or sound or?
It's also about like feel and sound, because I wanted to start with like my story, like Iron Girl. It's just all about me, like my passion of my music and like the stories of like really just myself. So I just wanted to like put the song to like introduce myself. Okay. And then 7th track, it was because for my fans, it was just for like you, like another person. So I wanted that song to be my last track. And then all the inside, it's gonna be like us, like you and me kind of lyrics. But then sound wise and like feeling wise, I wanted to start with like, it's also related to my name, like my name TFELT. I wanted to start with heart. Okay. Like Iron Girl, it was just full heart. I didn't make it like, I didn't try to make it like hot. I didn't try to make any like more like new sound or like, I didn't like do anything. Raw. Yeah, it was raw and like very just about my feeling. And then it goes like bigger with 2nd track and 3rd track. Ain't Nobody is very like dubstep and trap and it goes like everywhere. It's more like progressive, I think. Okay. Yeah, so it goes like up and down. That's the order.
Okay. I love the way that it was put. And Zora's saying, I'm sorry it was a hard question, but no, you don't have to apologize. It's a good hard question. Yeah. It's those happy questions that are hard to answer. Now, obviously, this is just the start because you have so many things that you want to do. If you were to set some goals for yourself, it doesn't have to be within this year. If you were to set goals for yourself, what are some of the goals that you've set for you personally as either an artist or as a woman? What are some of the goals that you see yourself fulfilling in the next couple of years?
For an artist, I want to show like, how do I put this? I want to show like heartfelt more. Okay. Like not my music.
Not Wonder Girls is Yin, but heartfelt a little bit more.
Like, like my thinking, my feelings, and my music, my melodies. I want my music to be out more. So I want to do like more collaborations too. And then maybe like I should, like right after this, things stop, like right after of my
promotions,
and then I would start, like writing for my second album, and I'll just keep writing and writing. And as a woman, I as a person, maybe I just want to be more grateful, thankful.
Okay.
And then I want to be a better person.
You are a better person. What are you talking about? All right. Well, how long for promotions wise? Because they're about to kick us off the show. An hour is too short on my show. But what are some of the things that we can look forward for you for this entire album? So what kind of promotions can we look forward to from now on out?
Well, I'll be performing, in Verticus shows, and then you can see me through all the other radio programs, and then yeah.
That's it. All right, that's good. Unfortunately, our hour is up and we have to say goodbye. Our last track is going to be Bond. So boast about the song. Tell us a little bit about the song before we say goodbye, though.
Well, this song is the sexy track. It's very sexy. It's very slow and very groovy.
Okay.
And then Benzino, he featured on the song.
Ooh.
So it's very fun, and also you can hear the James Bond theme inside, so it's gonna be fun.
All right. Well, we're gonna end with this track, and hopefully we can see you in the studio next time.
Yes, thank you so much. Bye. You bad boy.